Hatori is joining us from the ice planet,
Yep.
formerly known as Colorado.
Yeah.
I was going to make the Star Wars joke, but I didn't know your level of Star Wars depth.
I'm not really that much. No,
Okay.
I've watched.
Hoth.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
But
That's why. Yeah.
here you go.
You're like, "Oh, good one."
Probably really good. I didn't get it, but it was probably great.
Can
Yeah,
you turn your input up a little bit more? Sorry.
a little bit more.
Yeah.
I actually don't think it goes
That
higher than
there we go.
that.
That's perfect.
I just need to stay close to the mic.
You sound velvety.
Ooh. I don't know
Uh
why I did.
Hatori, it's cold as heck where you are.
It's very cold. It's like -3,
Yeah.
and I looked that up in Celsius, and it's like negative like 18, 20. Kind of crazy.
That's too cold. I think we can all agree.
Very cold. Yeah, I'm very cold right now. Don't know.
I hadn't noticed.
That.
Your layers are like physically thick. Like,
This is like, I don't even, this is like a wearable blanket type
yeah,
thing.
I was gonna say it didn't even look like
It's
clothes. It
not
looked
really clothing.
like
It's not.
equipment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what it is.
Well, we are back for season 4, episode 2
Ah,
of They Can't All Be Bangers. This is a songwriting podcast where I, Jeremy Herzer, try to write a song in the space of a week, and I am joined in this challenge by Hatori of Colorado fame, of So Far Denver fame.
that's right.
You've been playing gigs like a maniac. Well,
I
I don't know how
actually,
you play them. You have been,
yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yes, absolutely like a maniac. But no, honestly, probably not enough. Like I probably need to take it up a notch, to make it more interesting.
Do you?
I could use a little mania in my life. My life
Oh,
is uh but no, it's been like one a week. Like
getting
the
after
last
it.
3 weeks, yeah. It just so happens to be that way. It just fell into place that way.
No,
But I
it's
think
great.
my next one isn't until February 22nd, so I have a bit of time. So
Uh, are you getting residual sort of like clicks and communication and interest and
not
follows and
as
stuff?
much as I would like.
Okay.
It's kind of crazy how slow it all is. But I think that's probably because my content has taken a hit,
Oh,
with the touring, not touring. Oh my God. Wishful thinking. No, with the gigging.
you drove to the Highlands,
I did
went
do
on
that.
tour to
I did. I went on tour.
38th and
Yeah,
whatever that was.
exactly. So I mean there's that. Uh but yeah, it's a lot of time. And like I had a band yesterday. So actually the last 3 shows I've had a band, which is
It's
so
awesome.
fun and it's way better and the vibes are great. But obviously that means a lot more practice time,
Yeah.
uh and a lot less time to do anything else. So
Yeah, I was getting my hair cut today and I was talking with my barber, I guess. I
yeah,
don't know.
I guess.
Hair cutterer lady. And we were just talking about booking shows and we're remodeling a house. I do karaoke every Saturday night.
Uh-huh.
I write a song every week
Uh-huh.
with for this exercise with you. I host a songwriter night the first Tuesday of every month. And
Crazy.
and I end up playing a couple open mics here and there and it's awesome. Like I love this thing in my life. I really do. But it made me question it was like there's a certain point where you go, God, this thing that I love so much doing and I find so much joy out of like has just become work.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like wondering what is the threshold? Because I would like to play a little bit more every month,
Mm,
but I don't know how many, if I got one more a month, like if I booked one extra gig a month, would that be enough to kind of scratch the itch for me? Does that
mm,
make sense? Like,
yeah.
and I
Mhm.
worry that because my tendency is to think like, I'm going to go book some shows. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to have like 4 or 5 obligations coming up and I'm going to be mad.
Absolutely.
So,
That happens to me all the time.
yeah, which
But I
is a
mean,
good problem, I guess.
it is a good problem, and I think it's a balance, and I maybe it's inevitable. Like
Hmm.
things will always come up. There's never going to
Yeah.
be a good time, to do it, and you're going to have to always choose your priorities
Yeah.
right? Like we almost did not make it last night because our childcare fell through because it was like a
Oh
blizzard
no.
coming in.
Oh,
I
yeah.
reached out to 7 different people and nobody could do it. And it
Whoa.
was like last minute. Yeah, it was crazy. But we figured it out. And but yeah, things happen, you
Yeah.
know? And
Yeah.
the stress is stressful, but I think it's worth it, you
It's
know?
beautiful. Yeah. I mean, we get
I
to
think it's really worth it.
make art and have people pay attention. I mean, on some level, consume
Yeah,
it and pay attention
absolutely.
to it. So, which is
Yeah.
all we could really ask. I mean,
Hmm.
I've talked to a lot of, and I'll shut up about this, but just, um, I've met a lot of people who paint, and it's like that every once in a while they'll be like, I'll have a gallery show coming up, and it's a big deal
Yeah.
because it's just like you and me, except there aren't for you and me. There's like a million little coffee shops or bars or whatever we could go play open mics. There's open mics all the time, but for a painter or visual artist, like I think it's just a really different landscape. So I
Mhm.
feel grateful that as a musician, as a singer, and as a songwriter, like there's always every
Opportunity.
night of the week in Portland, there's somewhere I could go.
There's more in Portland
Yeah.
than Denver for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. 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 There I think
Yeah.
there are. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, no, you're
Well,
always there.
Hattori, I had a fun time working on my song. I think I
Oh,
went first last week. I don't mind going first again, but I will defer to you.
um, because I'm not super happy with my song today,
Okay.
can I go first so that I don't feel terrible going after you?
Absolutely.
Great. I
I
love
would love
that.
nothing more. And so would Regis.
Oh, that he got a name?
I don't know if his name is Regis, but I
You
think
know,
I was calling him Walter for a while, but I like Regis. I think that's a
or
good name.
I like I like Regis. Yeah, so I, you know, told myself this whole week, I'm gonna write a song, I'm gonna write a song, I'm gonna write a song. And then we had the show coming up and I was
Yep.
like, I could probably do other things. And then last night I was like, I am too tired. And so I woke up this morning, said I'm gonna write a song, and then I fell asleep again.
I like it.
So then I woke up at like 1, which was 2 hours ago.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I
You
uh
finished it.
well it's a song.
Hey, the
Yeah.
song is here. The song
It's
exists.
song,
It didn't
right.
exist yesterday.
It did not exist this morning.
I am,
So
I love it.
here it is, and it is bare bones. Um, and I couldn't tell you what I was thinking in any of this. It's very much
Love
like,
it.
what's the word? Like stream of consciousness. Like,
Perfect.
yeah. So it is what it is, and it's called Backbone.
Hell yeah.
Here we go. Keep your ear to the ground, keep your head on your shoulders, keep an eye on the sky at all times. Keep your head on your gun, pay no mind to what's done, keep your rage in your backbone. I wish you well, I wish you health, and I wish you better days. But until then, keep your rage in your backbone. A higher calling calls to those who listen. A wistful sigh escapes the ones who don't. Falling on their knees, they cry to listen. They say don't waste your breath on wasted hope. They'll tell you get in line. They don't know where it goes. They'll tell you keep in time as they march you to war. Keep your ear to the ground, keep your head on your shoulders, keep an eye on the sky at all times. Keep your head on your guard, pay no mind to what's done, keep your rage in your backbone. I wish you well, I wish you health, and I wish you better days. But until then, keep your rage in your backbone. They'll take your mind in pieces and sort them into size and weight. And if you let them, they'll gamble all your bones away. They'll tell you that it's holy. They'll
teach you all the things to say. Don't trust a word they say, don't trust a single word they say. Keep your ear to the ground, keep your head on your shoulders, keep an eye on the sky at all times. Keep your head on your guard, pay no mind to what's done. Keep your rage in your backbone. I wish you well, I wish you health, and I wish you better days. But until then, keep your rage in your backbone.
That's basically it. So yeah, bare bones, literally just stream of consciousness.
Hatori, I like this. It was really fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
very
bare bones, yes.
bare bones.
Love the melody. Love your vocal treatments.
Mm.
I just hear like a lot of cool ass like uh, drums, like war like
Uh-huh.
bunch of people playing drums.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mm.
That would be fun,
Fun. I really like the whirly sound. Swirling
right?
whirly
That
was
I
good.
built the whole thing
Creepy.
on that.
It was good. Yeah. Yeah. I was going to ask, where did you start? Well, I wanted to musically, I figured that's probably where you started, but where did you start lyrically? What was the,
The chorus, literally like as written, you know? So
yeah.
that's like the very beginning. I've been doing that a lot lately where I
Uh
actually just
huh.
start with the chorus.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I think someone said like on average people will skip a song in the first 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, well, I guess I don't have a choice anymore. You
Mm-hmm.
got to start with something distinctive, you know? Even though
Yeah.
I wouldn't really call this distinctive, I'm like, I might as well just jump right into the point, you know?
Well, I mean, I would say there, instrumentation wise, there's a lot of ways to make it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
s- I like the melody of it a lot. And I think the imagery in it is really compelling to me. Like it's evocative. Um, So yeah, I mean, I dig it. I think it's freaking
Thanks.
cool. As
Thanks.
a, and again, to just acknowledging like kind of bare bones, like as a kind of framework for a
Uh-huh.
big, because this is the kind of thing, again, what I was hearing in my mind is like you can get real audacious
Yeah,
with extra
production.
drum parts and
I agree. Yeah,
get
it's
your,
very
yeah.
skeletal right now, but I think it leaves a lot of room for
Uh-huh.
production that could be really fun, you
It's
know?
really cool. Yeah.
Thank you.
I think backbone too is an interesting word, just kind of like I think that line, keep your rage in your backbone, like it kind of got me. It gripped me a little bit in terms of like I've never thought of that as a
Yeah.
concept, but like I
It's
don't know,
funny
I
because
just
like
liked it.
that like backbone was the first word that came up and then I made that, the line, I guess. But I don't really know what it means or what I mean by
Sure.
it, you know?
Sure. Yeah.
I haven't figured it out
Yeah.
completely, but yeah, I think the more I spend time with this, the more it'll flesh out. But I think, yeah, I've noticed that when I am in a time crunch, I don't take a
Hmm.
lot of creative risks. You
Oh,
know what I mean? And this is kind of my default style which is super interesting because I'm like, but a lot of the music that I put out isn't like this,
yeah.
you know? So I don't know, I'm like learning about myself in a sense. Yeah.
Well, again, um, I'm biased. I cannot pretend to be an unbiased observer. I I'm trying to think if I've heard a song of yours that I was like, I didn't like that. Uh, I like them all, and I like that one. And I think the things I liked about it, I liked kind of sonically, it was interesting. Again, I like the melody a lot, and I like the imagery and kind of the context of the
Mm,
lyrics. I kind of like that you don't know what it means
yeah.
because it didn't. I think it would probably mean something different to different people. And
Yeah.
sometimes, a song doesn't mean anything. It's just
Yeah.
like I was thinking earlier about still life, and well, I have another. Uh,
Painting metaphor.
yeah, another painting. But I had another thought process with this, but I didn't know. I just learned because I never had art history or art appreciation or anything in high school or college. And it wasn't until we went to Europe in like 2015 that I started learning about still life, because saw all these paintings. I was like, this is amazing, the amount of time people dedicated to. But then it was like, oh yeah, the goblet being on its side indicates that the life's vitality will spill. I mean, I'm making that up, but you know,
Right,
there's
right. There's meaning.
yeah, there's all this stuff that is meaning in it, and like each person, and that's great. Like the painter paints it, and then it goes and hangs in somebody's house, and whoever looks at that painting gets to interpret it however they
Right.
ultimately however they want to. So I've just thought about that a lot with our songs too. And like sometimes I'm really trying really hard to say something, and it's like, dude,
No need.
yeah, I mean, just it's gonna go to somebody else's brain and do whatever it does in there.
Totally. Which is I think that's a really exciting part because it ends up like all art ends up being some sort of collaborative effort, you
Yeah.
know? I've been
Oh,
thinking
that's
a
really
lot
well said.
about like I used to get really hung up on like, oh, this sounds like this or that or this song or whatever.
Mhm.
I still do sometimes, and I think there's a healthy dose of that. Obviously, you're
Mhm.
not gonna want to just rip off someone's song, but like everything that I write melodically, sonically, lyrically is just, I without intending to, I've pulled from every song that I've ever listened to.
Yep.
And I am the
Yep.
sum of all of the influences in my life.
Mhm.
So it is like
Yeah.
everything is collaborative,
I love that.
you
I
know?
think I've never thought of that, but I'm getting that tattooed right here.
Everything is collaborative.
Right below it, it'll say no regrets. Um, so stupid.
Do it. You better
All
do
right.
it. True.
Okay, it's my turn. So,
Yes.
Hattori,
Yeah.
I was delayed a week
Yeah.
writing a song based on the album The Golden Hour by Kimbra. So, well, don't celebrate just yet.
Oh, okay.
So, indeed, I listened to that album many times, and I am proud now to say that I know some of those songs.
Yeah.
Like, not just have heard them, but like, I really enjoyed. Obviously, not every song on there resonated with me, but there were like 3 or 4 songs that I like kept getting stuck in my head, and
Uh-huh.
freaking bangers. And also the type of music, like an approach to music that I don't really understand. I don't
Yeah.
get how people, I guess maybe my thoughts are too linear or something, or there's obviously some skill and some theory that I would have to unpack for that too. But it's like such a beautiful gift when a musician or an artist arrives at a place where you're like, I don't know how you got there. It's kind of like watching Cirque du Soleil. Like
Yeah.
I know these are human bodies. I don't really know how what they did is possible. I don't really get how
Totally.
a body can fold the other way.
Yeah. Yes.
That's kind of how I felt listening to like
Yeah.
Miracle, you know,
Yes. Yeah.
like, oh, okay. People
What?
can do that with instruments.
Yes. Oh my God. That is a
So
very way to put it.
all of that being said, I started from that album, and I just kind of started throwing paint against the wall. So me saying, Kimbra, that your album inspired this song, I hope she doesn't hear that, because she might quit making music. If she says, oh, this is not, you heard this and you made that. I'm being a little bit self-deprecating, but it does not, there's nothing about this in retrospect that
I
makes me
get
think
it.
this
And
is
I think
what,
that's how it should be,
yeah.
Everything goes through the lens of Jeremy Herzer. So
Yeah. So I started with drums, and I wanted to do some vocal line and a little bit of pitch correcting on my vocals, and I didn't get to it. So
that's all right.
there was a lot going. As you can see, there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the song's called Victory, and
Excited.
it's something new. Let's see if you can hear this. Okay, here we go.
never forget. The kind of meditation that'll stick to your ribs. The kind of inspiration that'll leave you in fits. A perfect postulation to encourage your bliss. So leave your limitations and forget all the risks. Overcome inertia and keep playing the hits. Don't listen to the doubters, keep on playing to win. Keep focused on the finish and the fight that you're in. There's never gonna be another person like you. There's never been another to compare yourself to. You're capable and tameable with climbing to do. A never-ending string of joy erupting anew. It's time to put the past away and follow the light. Look into the future and damn, it's looking bright. One foot in the other and you conquer the climb. One foot in the other and you outrun the night. Victory! Seeing who we were born to be. The brightest light the world will ever see. It's a spark of hope ever glimmering. Keep the politics up in the top. Postulate your purpose if you're ready or not. Parallel paradigms will always appear. And parapraxis passes what you can't bear to hear.
Oh my God.
You know,
Oh, okay, go. Sorry.
I was just gonna say I enjoyed it a lot more listening back to it than I did when I finished. Does that make sense? Because I had a little while.
Yeah, and
So,
like when you're in it,
yeah.
you know, it's so you hear different things. Jeremy Herzer
I mean, it's all spliced samples and
is so cool. This is huge. It sounds massive,
well,
which I love. I love the complexity of it. I just love the flow.
it's the same four chords all the way through, except for the reggae part, which would not probably survive a real edit. But
Really, I like
yeah,
it.
it's just the same four chords all the way through.
Oh my
A lot
God.
of fun.
It's really cool because I do see the Kimbra influence, which is really, really interesting. Because like I guess stylistically, you guys are so different.
Yeah.
And to see this fusion is mind blowing. Like it just opened this part of my brain that wasn't there before. And I'm like, holy crap, this was, I think, just like endlessly interesting, super hooky, just
Oh, wow.
very powerful, very punchy. Like I want to listen to this again right now. I think it's so cool. Like I want this, I want to hear this live. Like
Oh,
I would
yeah.
love to hear this full band live. That would be so dope. I could hear choirs singing in it. Like all of your vocal layering was sick. So good. I love it.
Thank you.
I am, and like I've never heard you do like that kind of like staccato-y like
Yeah.
quick singing, you know?
I took
I,
a page from the Hatori banger book, the
hey,
Hatori banger book of business.
I think it's freaking dope. Like
Thank you.
I'm a huge fan of this. This is so cool. I'm
Well, it came together. It was weird, because I it's interesting being out. This felt being very far from shore, especially, and then once I decided like how the vocals were going to go, what I was going to do with it, I just recognized that like, dude, you're untethered now. So just,
Right.
and at that point, the lyrics came quickly because I realized like,
Yeah.
and I had a really good time, like verse 3 with all
Yeah.
the, a little, it just was like
It's fun.
fun.
It's
Yeah,
fun.
exactly. It was fun.
Yeah.
Um, and I think there's the kind of, it's also like, kind of like you were saying, what does it mean? Like, I don't know, there's no, it means what it says. And,
Right.
and it, um, yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it other than I did have a reflection earlier today that like, they call it playing. I've told my nephew this too when I was giving him guitar lessons. Like they call it playing the guitar on purpose. Like it's fun. There's
Yeah.
supposed to be this is its best when there's an element of play. And
Yeah.
you and I have enough tools at our disposal that playing gets even more fun. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
so. Yeah, it was just a lot of fun. And again, it did not end up um, as a direct comparison, but like I wouldn't have written this had I not spent all the time
Right.
listening to that album. And
Right.
I'm really glad I did because, and I also went down, I spent a lot of time in Splice just listening and evaluating and like, I don't know why I don't know why the reggae part came to me, but I just was like, I felt like it needed some sort of palette
Uh-huh.
cleanser type thing or some version of like a smelling salts, I guess. Is what I was thinking. So
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
I think it works.
Cool.
To me, it was a weirdly smooth transition. Um, I'm just there are songs that I hear that um what's the word? They sound like they're trying to be something.
Oh,
And like that's what I thought like this challenge would kind of end up doing
yeah.
to us, if that
Yep.
makes sense. And it didn't at all.
Yeah.
This sounds like you were just having fun and
Yeah.
things. And I think it's so cool because I thought like the risk of this challenge of like, okay,
Mhm.
listen to a whole album and then like do something was
Mhm.
gonna be like you're mimicking something
Mhm.
else. But it
Mhm.
doesn't come across that way. It sounds
Yeah.
so authentic.
Yeah. I felt the same about your song a couple weeks ago. Like it felt um it I clearly heard the influence, but it also felt very Hattori. It felt very much like a Hattori song to me.
Mm.
There's all the like hallmarks and and I think the same for this one that when I first started working on it, I actually was trying to track live bass
Huh.
and it very it felt like I was trying to write Miracle.
Uh-huh.
Not really, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But once I kind of abandoned that and just started again just playing, like it took me in a bunch of really surprising directions.
Love that.
And I don't know. I guess that would be my encouragement for anybody writing songs is like
Right.
that we call this they can't all be bangers for a variety of reasons. One is because you and I have agreed that like a focus for us is getting past our own internal critic
Yeah.
and recognizing that to write good songs, we're going to have to write bad songs.
Yeah.
And
That's right.
also like giving ourselves the freedom to, because I don't want to write 20 more years of sad guitar, acoustic
Same.
guitar, emo songs. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes. I want to grow, change,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And
Yeah.
I want to have failed attempts at imitation
Yes.
and because it's really experimentation and you don't know where that's going to take you. And like, if nothing else, this whole exercise gave me a different appreciation for obviously what Kimbra does, but also what you do on a
Mm.
routine basis. Cause it was like, um, yeah, I mean, for all the reasons I've said already, like just being out of my comfort zone and out into a new kind of creative space, like it's invigorating, I think.
Is.
So,
I mean, that's why I keep doing it
hmm
because it is. There's always something new and it's an endless journey.
hmm Yeah.
And you do feel like you start to get to know the songwriters when you're like
Uh-huh.
actively trying to write. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So every song that you listen to after writing, you're like,
Yeah.
whoa, like this
Yeah.
as a passive listener,
Yeah.
it's a different experience when you're like when you can appreciate the writing, the craft itself, you're like, this
Uh-huh.
is amazing.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
different ways. It's really
Yeah.
cool. Oh,
Another week.
that we did it again.
We
We
nailed
did it
it.
again. Yeah.
Two
We did
more.
it week, but
I don't
that's
know,
my bad. My fault.
Tori, if I get a +1 to the Grammys, you're coming. Because
Oh,
I'll wear an outfit that I can't sit down
yeah.
in, and I'm gonna need a spotter. So
Oh my God, that would be incredible.
Grammys, listen up.
Stilts. Are you gonna wear stilts? That'd
Ice
be dope.
stilts.
The
Who was it that had the ice
purse?
purse?
Ice
Yeah.
purse? Yeah, that was hilarious. There was like
So
rumors
dumb.
that it was like thousands of dollars. I'm like,
It's
no, it
it's
was just
organic ice.
so
Speaking of
fun.
ice,
Yeah.
Hatoria, I hope you well
I,
obviously I know you're going to survive
I hope I don't.
freeze apocalypse 2025. Um are we doing anything cool for next song?
Great question. I would
Oh,
love to. Let's see.
I did have another question for you, by the way, so go ahead. But I
uh
did have another question for you.
well, my thought that I was thinking this morning that I then abandoned was that I could go back. Because do you remember the very first song that I wrote in this challenge? I pulled from random words in a book. And I kind
Yes,
of want to do that again.
I like it.
I think that was fun. So I might do that.
Okay.
What are you gonna say?
Well, on the top to your topic of what to write about or how to write, um, I'll have to think about that. I had such a good time doing this
Ooh.
way. I might just
I mean, hey, look,
dabble in it again.
any chance you get, give me another album to listen to, regardless of like a challenge or whatever. I
Yeah.
always love this. I
All
love it,
right.
especially when it's not something I would normally listen to. It's so
I
educational to me.
yeah, I think I'll work. I think I will work out of Splice again. I am writing two songs right now. One is for a memorial service
Mm,
for a friend of mine who passed away recently, and
sorry.
then the other is I'm writing a song about my dad.
Ooh,
I've always wanted to. It's a hopeful
wow.
sort of
Yeah.
tribute song. Uh, so I'm trying to finish those two, but I enjoyed the freedom, and I feel like I'm still kind of in this space, so I might just go back to Splice again for next
I
weekend.
love it. Do
See what we
it.
can make up.
Splice is a whole world.
Yeah,
That is so
I
fun.
I didn't tell, maybe I did tell you this, but I'm working on, and then I do have a question for you. Sorry, I'm working on music for a friend of mine for he's working on a video game.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and there's all these themed areas. They're very different. I won't say too much about it, but they're different themes. The so it's like this kind of during the regular gameplay, it'll just be the ambient noise, but then during the boss fights or whatever, it'll be this like you need something, right? So like one is I'm doing like a bunch of drums and screams and
I'm so
kind of
excited.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
I
I'll
gotta
share some
hear.
of the songs
Oh
with
my
you, and then one of them is going to be kind of I don't want to give too much away, but it'll be kind of like spooky
God.
and like yeah,
Ah,
shimmery and
love it. I
um
hear it.
Tori, I have a question for you that was I've been thinking a lot about and wondering what your answer is going to be. I should have sent this to you so you had time to think about it, but I'll answer first.
Okay.
What, and I wish we had asked Chisa this too,
Man. Yeah.
because it would have been a good question. Of your favorite songs from last year,
Uh,
2024, what's the one song you wish you would have written? And
oh, so like of all songs,
of
all
songs you heard.
last
And
year.
and I'll tell you, this was a tough choice. I think Espresso by Sabrina
Oh
Carpenter
my
is like
God.
near the
Such
top for me.
it's
It's so
such
good.
a banger.
It's
It's
so
so
good.
good. It's so good. I know. It is. I've
It
been
just has
I
this like roll to it as well. And I'm just like,
yeah.
oh,
But it's like
can't get enough
effortless.
of it. Yeah. It's like fluid and light and airy and fun and like,
That is a great question. Oh my goodness. Oh God, I'm gonna have to think about
yeah,
this.
it's something I've been thinking about because I was surprised at when you really start to, it's the same way when you pick any one thing, right? Like
Yeah.
picking 10 things. But when I
Right.
really started thinking about like, and I don't mean from the standpoint of like how much money did the song make or how many awards did it make, but it's like of art that I could put out in the world that makes me feel a certain way.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that is a song I would be
Yeah.
so proud to say, I did that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I have to think about
all
that,
right.
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a hard question,
Yeah.
but good. That's a good one.
All right. Well, we will regroup in a week.
All right.
Hatori, as usual, thanks for sharing your song with me and your friendship.
Absolutely.
I hope, I was trying to think of something funny to say, but
All right.
I hope
I'll laugh.
something funny, something truly joyful entered your life today. So thanks,
All right.
buddy.
Well, I will keep warm. You stay alive. I'll see you next week.
Peace out. Peace.